What's up, Affordable Armory folks? How y'all doing? Today I got a cool video. I'm going to do a follow-up to my build or buy a Glock video. Y'all seem to really like that video. People have been asking me, how's it doing? I've gotten a lot of tips and advice since then about building a polymer 80. And I'm also going to, in this video, compare it to some other options. So that's why this is build or buy a Glock part 2. If this is your first time here, go ahead and click that subscribe button for me so you can find out when future videos come out. I'd like to thank Sumner Gun & Supply for helping make this video possible. They provided one of the guns for me that I'm going to be featuring in this video. If you're in the Nashville area, stop by and check them out. They're located in Gallatin, Tennessee. I'll put the information below to their Facebook and website so you can check them out. Without further ado, let's get into the video. Okay, so here we are at the table. This is the polymer 80 that I built for that first video, and haven't done any upgrades to it or anything. So if you haven't seen that video, I'll put a link to it, and you can go back and watch it. But to give you the rundown, I spent roughly $450 on this gun. It was $150 for the polymer 80 frame, and then it was $200 for the slide, another $100 for all the components. So that puts you at $450, and then I needed an assist from a gunsmith, so I was right at $500, I think just over $500 total if you count the gunsmith assist to build this gun. So when you look at that, it's like, okay, well, you could buy a brand new Glock for that. So my determination was, if you just really want to build your own gun, then go ahead and build a polymer 80. But this is a absolute budget build, and I did that on purpose. I wanted to see how cheap could you go, and this is what I came out with. And I'm happy with it. I will probably eventually buy different components for it. I'm going to get a new trigger for it first. I'll get some different sights, or maybe even a whole different slide with an optics cut. And that's the kind of stuff that I'm going to talk about in this video. So, build or buy a Glock. We've already covered this guy. Now, the other guns I've got here, a little bit more money, and you can get something like this. Now, this is a Glock 45 MOS, but the comparable one to the polymer 80 would be the Glock 19 MOS. And, you know, a little bit more money, and you get, I don't know, a little bit more customization, I guess. You get some different features because this one has the front slide serrations, and you can mount an optic to it, but you still got factory trigger, factory sights, and, you know, it's just a little bit nicer. So yeah, a little bit more money than I spent on the polymer 80. You get a factory Glock, and then this optic here was $300. So you're talking $800 to $900 here, guys. Like, there you go. So and that's without any customization whatsoever. Now, a lot of people will buy a Glock like this, and then they'll have it Cerakoted. They'll have stippling done to it. They'll have you know, maybe they'll buy a different slide for it, or if they bought the regular Glock, not the MOS model, then maybe they buy a different slide that has an optics cut on it, or maybe they buy the MOS model because they want to put the optic on there. But, you know, you're talking a whole lot more money added on to a factory Glock. I just wanted to show you that because what I've got here is the Shadow Systems MR920. Now, this guy runs just over $800, maybe as high as $900, depending on where you get it. But check out what you got. You got kind of what you would call a Gucci Glock, except this is made by Shadow Systems. But it does take Glock magazines. This is a PMag, I believe, but Glock 19 magazines and Glock components. So you've got a threaded barrel, you've got suppressor height night sights, which are pretty sweet. They're blacked out rear, serrated. It's optics ready. Threaded barrel. You've got some of the texturing that you got on the polymer 80. You've got an upgraded trigger. You got some texturing up front for your thumbs and stuff. So, I mean, stippling, optics cut, threaded barrel, upgraded trigger for between $800 and $900, so less than $1,000 for sure. And this is a factory gun. So again, factory Glock with an optics cut, but I don't have a threaded barrel, I don't have an upgraded trigger, and I don't have stippling. I have factory, the factory texturing on there. There's no texturing for your thumb or your finger on the other side. Just, it's all factory, and you're at roughly the same price point. So, I mean, well, if you include the optic, you're at the same price point. But then you bring in this guy, and yeah, this is what you're going for. This is what a lot of the Polymer 80 guys want. And so Shadow Systems said, well, we'll just build one. So anyways, that's why I wanted to do this video, is to just show you the options. Like, if you're gonna build a Polymer 80, just go ahead and build something like this, because the gun that I built it's either as good or maybe not even as good as a factory Glock for the same amount of money. So you might as well spend the money, get a nice slide, get nice sights, get a nice barrel, get a nice trigger, get the texturing that you want, and yeah, build a gun like this. Or if you don't want to build a gun, again, I said it in the first video, building is more so for the joy of building than anything. Then just buy one. This Shadow Systems MR920 looks to be a fantastic pistol. I would buy this gun in a heartbeat. That's awesome. Look at all the features you get out of the box. That's an awesome gun. So just wanted to do that as kind of an update. The Polymer 80 runs fine. Again, I've shot over 500 rounds through it at the point of the first video. I don't even know what the round count is now. I'm not going to lie to you and tell you it's 2 million or whatever people say on YouTube. But, I mean, it runs fine, and I'm proud that I built it, but it's not my go-to pistol by any means. I just had fun building it, and that's what I would recommend. If you want to do a build, then do a build. But don't do it thinking that you're getting a factory Glock. Don't do it thinking you're getting something like this, because this is what you would want to build, honestly. This was fun. It was a budget project, but really, ultimately, I want it to be this, and so do you. If this is your first time here, click that subscribe button down below so you'll find out when future videos come out. So, there you have it. Polymer 80 for under $500. Yeah, kind of cool. Kind of proud that I did it. It was fun. But I'd rather have this. I'd rather spend a lot more money and get something like this that's going to be of good quality and have all the upgraded components that I want. So if you're going to do a build something like this. Otherwise, just go get you a Glock, because, I mean, what are you wasting your time for when you can get a reliable pistol right out of the box? Tons of work to make it work, or works right out of the box, no matter what. You decide. Again, if this is your first time here, click that subscribe button. I want to thank Sumner Gun & Supply for providing the Shadow Systems gun today. And as always, head over to affordable-armory.com. That's where the blog lives. That's where all of our social media links are. That's where all of our affiliate links are, so you can save yourself some money on something you were going to buy anyway. And that's where our merch is, so you can get yourself a hat or a t-shirt or something like that to help support the channel as well. Thanks for watching, guys, and we'll see you next time.